Hey, what's up, everybody? I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the cell. I've been doing some posts recently that have had a lot of information about it, so I thought we would just dive in a little bit of information. And if you want to learn more, you can go ahead and message me or you can purchase the class. All right, so let's jump in. We're going to talk a little bit about the cilia. All right, when your pituitary gland releases proteins into your bloodstream, they travel to where the stem cells are. Okay, your stem cells have not decided what they actually want to be yet. They haven't decided whether they want to be a skin cell or a bone cell. If you want to learn more about this, you can check out Dr. Bruce Lipton. He's got some fabulous information on this. But basically, stem cells are quantum cells. They have not decided what they want to be yet. Okay. Outside of all of your cells is something that is called a cilia. I like to call this a gate, but more importantly, you can call this your ego. Because at a biological level, you will understand that the gate that is around your cell is what blocks anything coming into that cell that is not considered you. Okay. That's why you can't just transfer one liver to another person. You have to make sure that there is already a match that is there. Okay. That's also why whenever you are sleeping at night, you are healing. The reason you are healing is because your ego does not exist when you are asleep. And therefore, the wall does not exist around your cells. So therefore, any positive messages or signals that come in are going to be received, and that allows you to heal faster. That's why they always tell you to go to sleep when you don't feel good. Okay. So that is the understanding of what is around it. Cilia only opens its gates when it knows that the proteins came from you and are safe. Okay, so that is important to understand. Your body is constantly looking out for you. It only drops its gates when you are awake, when it knows that it came from you and that it is safe. These are self cells. That is why you cannot just transfer one to the other. All right. If you were to gray out all the parts of the cell that are identical to anyone else's cells, this is what you would actually see. Everything inside of the cell is the exact same thing. What's inside of your cells is the same as what's inside of my cells. What's inside of my cells is the same as what's inside of my partner, Caitlin's cells, so on and so forth. Okay. There's only one thing that is different, and that is the cilia that is on the outside of it. Okay. That is it. Okay. This is where science and spirituality are actually going to mix together. If the proteins released in your body are not good for your body, the cell rejects them. It will not take it in. If you do not receive certain proteins, your DNA cannot be fully scanned. If your DNA cannot be fully scanned, that is how you replicate broken, damaged cells. When you talk to modern day science, modern day doctors, they are going to tell you that your body regenerates itself every certain amount of years. And by 9 years, your body, except for parts of your brain, have completely regenerated themselves. And yet we still continuously get sick. Your stomach lining regenerates every 3 days, and yet we still have stomach aches. And the reason is because of the fact that we are duplicating and we are replicating broken and damaged cells. We are replicating cells that have not had full scans of their DNA and therefore are replicating faster and faster, making you more sick. Okay, so how does the scanning work? This is where it gets cool. All right, so imagine there is a microscopic camera along the base of the RNA. And this blue right here, this is your RNA. Okay, when enough proteins remove the covering over DNA, the RNA can scan the complete string of DNA. Okay, so it's a camera that's on here and there's coverings around all your DNA. The proteins are the covering that are around it. When you receive certain proteins, they connect to them like a lock and a key. They remove themselves from it, and then your RNA can scan what it needs to scan. Okay, every 108 seconds, your RNA scans your DNA no matter the circumstance. The RNA then sends the copy to the cells that it needs to begin scanning the complete DNA for healing. So basically, the understanding is every 108 seconds, your RNA scans your DNA, whether it has a full complete scan or not. And more often than not, it is not a full scan. And therefore, you are replicating cells that need more than what they actually have. Okay. If you do not have enough positive proteins to remove the cover around the DNA entirely, the RNA can only scan parts of what your cell needs to recover. This is why science says that our cells replicate broken, damaged cells. That's it. There is no bias in between there. It is the fact that it is either a clear scan or it is an understanding that it is a partial scan. So this is the game of life that people are referring to. When you're healthy, happy, and flowing, you naturally scan everything that you need. When your mind becomes ill, your body becomes diseased. Okay. You always had everything that you needed inside of you. In fact, many masters have been saying this for a long time. Religions have been saying this. Cultures have been saying this. The kingdom is within you. So scan your book by rising above that which you refer to as dark for 3 hours. That's it. That's what you do. So it's not that you have to meditate for 3 hours. It's not that you have to focus for 3 hours. It's not that you have to sit in a room by yourself for 3 hours. It is that when fear comes into your life, when things start looking darker, rise above it. And if you can do this for 3 hours of your day, you will be aligned. You will be able to scan everything you need. Okay. Your body is far more powerful than you actually know. Because even if you cannot change your mind to reach those 3 hours, you have another system that actually works, and it's called vibration. If you cannot think it, do it. That's how that works. If you can't think it, if you can't get that frequency, then just do it. If you cannot imagine, say it. Vibration or action on a positive choice or saying positive words is all that is required. Okay. Science has now proven that between liquid water and ice water is a state and vice versa. This state is called structured H3O2. Structured water is when an extra hydrogen and oxygen are added to the free-flowing H2O. This happens naturally in nature and in your body's cells, which make up 90% of your body. When water moves from free structure, it can generate proteins, enzymes, and biochemistries of all type. Okay, so maybe that is what is referred to as the living water. Okay, water responds to vibration. It responds to your actions and it responds to your words. It also responds to your thoughts. Okay, your cells are made up of 90% water. When frequency thoughts and vibration words merge, they create sacred geometry shapes. Water can shift into these shapes of protein your DNA needs to remove the cover around your DNA. This is why positive thinking is only the start. Next comes your words, what you say. Words are a representation of sound, and sound is the vibration and frequency of energy waves. Each of your 7 chakras has a chakra frequency. It's all connected together. Okay, so your chakra frequencies are your root, 396, your sacral, 417, your solar plexus, 528, your heart, 639, your throat, 741, your third eye, 852, and your crown, 963. Okay, these are the hertz you want to listen to when you are connecting to your chakras, because when you change the vibration and you change the frequency of these, you end up with different shapes of water. Okay, and different shapes of water can change into different proteins. And that's all that you need to remove the proteins around your DNA so you can have a healthy scan. Okay. Quantum physics agrees that vibration sound is the essence of all forms of creation. We no longer define reality by physicality. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Nikola Tesla. Tesla was referring to the 3 frequencies with a digital root of 3, 6, and 9. 174, 417, 741. These are all 3s. If you add them up, you end up with 12, and 1 plus 2 is going to be 3. This is your F note. Tesla's 6s are frequencies of 285, 528, and 852. These are your 6 frequencies because 2 plus 5 plus 8 is going to be 15, and 1 plus 5 is 6. And Tesla's 9 frequencies are 396, 639, and 963, also referred to as your root, your heart, and your crown chakra. The 6 is going to be the F sharp note, and the 9 is going to be the G note. So the 3s are going to be the F note, the 6 are going to be the F sharp note, and the 9s are going to be the G note. And what's so fascinating about that is when you look at this, if you take the Fibonacci, you will see that 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 4, 3, 7, and it goes all the way around because remember, it repeats. Okay, if you guys remember, I was teaching you about this, that the Fibonacci repeats every 24 digits around and around by the digital root. You can actually apply this music to the Fibonacci.